Oh, the morning. Oh, the joys. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks and get this on the road. But not before I put my headphones on and listen to a podcast. It helps the time go by quickly. I also need a little coffee break. I need it, so necessary. I don't know why I picked out the highlighter. I was not going to use that. Okay, I am going to start with the Sculpted Complexion Stick in the color Banyan 2.75W from OG. I'm gonna put this all over my face, and then it's a little bit thick, so just make sure that you spread it as evenly as possible. It is hard to work with, I'm not gonna lie. So I used their foundation brush. Oh gosh, I'm so clumsy. I'm so sorry. I literally am so clumsy. So I'm trying to use their brush to spread it all over my face. If I don't spread it, I've noticed that I can catch the brush strokes. So please take your time to smooth this all over your face. I also don't apply on my forehead because I noticed that on my forehead it's very noticeable. So I try to leave my forehead without any foundation. Oh, I need a water break. I woke up with a headache and I know it's from me not drinking water. So hydration is key, my friends. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Now I'm going in with concealer. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Crema Catalana. This is a different color. I kind of like it. I don't think that doing a shade too lighter than your skin is flattering. I feel like it's dated. But also I feel like if it's closer to your skin color, it looks a little bit more seamless and more natural. That's just how I prefer to do my makeup. Keep patting that in. That's gonna be the secret to flawless skin. Also, I go into the rest of my skin with whatever's left over of the concealer, just so that it all is, melted together and it doesn't look crazy. Now I'm going in with a light eyeshadow just as a base for my lids, just because I feel like it brightens up my eye area. Now I'm gonna go in and bronze with the concealer. This is a concealer, but I use it as a bronzer just because I like the reddish tone in this concealer. And when I spread it and I kind of diffuse it all over my skin, it just looks like I was out in the beach, and I feel like it's the perfect color for me. Highly recommend to use this concealer as a bronzer if you find your shade. They do have some concealers that are on the grayer side, and they may be good for contouring. I just don't do contouring. I prefer to do bronze tour. And I like to spread it all over my face so it looks like, again, I'm out in the sun and I got bronzed on my cheekbones, over my nose, and on my forehead. I just feel like it looks more natural this way. So look at yourself. It's always good to do that before you go to the next step. Now I'm going in with Tower 28 Cream Blush in Magic Hour. I just realized that this is not really pink. It's like a pink peach. All this time I thought it was like a pink, like a blue-based pink, and it's not. But anyways, I really like this color. And you know what? A lot of times I do use it as a lip color as well. And it actually, as you can see, it works really well with your finger. And then when you go over with the brush, it just really spreads so evenly and looks so beautiful and just natural. Now I'm going in with NYX lip liner. I believe this is mauve. I really love their lip liners. I know I've said this in other videos, but I feel like for the price and the quality that you get, it's unbeatable, excuse me. Yeah, I'm just lining it. Don't forget those corners, because it irks me so badly when I don't see like a corner fully lined, including myself. So I always try to remember to really get those corners. And then you can obviously, smooth it out with your finger. Use your lips, pat them together so that you can get the color more natural finish. And I had to go back to check up on something. I'm back. Now I'm adding more blush because I can never get enough of blush. This blush, I do not like it. It's the Dior, the one that Kylie made viral. Honestly, you guys, it has no pigment and it's so expensive for nothing. I don't like it. I love this pencil. It is the Maybelline pencil in ebony, I believe. It is so, so good. I mean, I've purchased more expensive eyeliners and they don't work half as good as this one. I can't believe how underrated these pencils are. I also have this in brown. So the two that I use. A purple would be good for my eye color, so maybe that would be a purchase that I could consider, or a brown or a bronze color as well. I did just get this pencil. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Micro Stroke in ebony, and I like it. The only thing is you have to go in with a light touch, because if not, it unloads a lot of pigment. So just pretend you're writing script. You guys know that I love a bold eyebrow. I just love the way they look. And I'm okay and I'm accepting of the eyebrows not looking the same, because I understand that they're never going to be the same, and I actually like when they're not the same, so don't fret. Now I'm going to go in with NARS bronzer in Laguna. I like this bronzer a lot. I feel like it gives me that really natural look, but just a shade deeper. I was using the MAC for a really long time, but I think it's like the MAC one's more like my winter shade when my face is lighter. For the summer, I kind of like a shade darker. I'm taking the same NARS bronzer in Laguna and I'm contouring my schnoz so it can look a little bit more elongated and slimmer from the front. I'm going in with Charlotte Tilbury's Vamp eyeshadow palette, and I am going to use the darkest shade, the cranberry shade, and I'm going to brush it, add it on my crease so that it can have that contrast. I like a little slight contrast, not too much. I am older, so I feel like a really smoky eye would be a little too much, but do you. I mean, I admire when people just put makeup on, because I think that's, if you want to feel sexy and you want to feel beautiful doing it, please, by all means. I just personally think that it's too much, and I mostly say that because I have a lot of texture on my skin. I know you can see it on the camera, and I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. It makes me a little bit self-conscious in the sense, like, I feel like if I pile on more makeup, it draws more attention. So I try to do the opposite and add more minimalist makeup. That is the truth. You heard it here first. I'm going to take the lightest pink shade of the eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm actually, you can see it's a mauve color. I'm just going to pat it on my lid, and make sure that you pat it on the top of your eyelashes, because I feel that, for me at least, sometimes if I'm not careful, I will miss that little area and it just looks funny. So I make sure that I pat it very generously on the lid. Now I'm going back in with the darker shade of the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, and just going into my crease and just trying to soften the colors, and hopefully they look a little bit more diffused together, but with a little bit of a contrast. That's exactly what I go for. Patting my lips even more with my finger, just so that I can diffuse the lip liner. I'm going in with MAC Faux. I really like this color, honestly. It's a blue tone pink, and I sometimes try to stay away from blue tone pink, but I actually like it. I like the way it suits me. I feel that it's a really good color, and just pat it in. I'm telling you, if you put in the work of patting in your lipstick, it will look flawless and lived in, and that is the look that I prefer on me. Now I'm applying Charlotte Tilbury's powder just underneath my eyes and around my nose and around my lips and the sides, nowhere else, because my skin is getting drier, so I don't want to look dry in person either. I love this blush. It's Mauve by Maybelline. It's such a nice nude blush, and it's an amazing color, and it has pigment. And the price is great. I mean, honestly, Maybelline is killing it right now. I'm going in with the only mascara I own at the moment. It's the Maybelline, I believe. I bought this in Spain actually, and you know what? It actually does a really, really good job of like lengthening my eyelashes. They have grown a little bit. I can't tell you if it's the castor oil that I've been using or the Revitalash, but it might be both because I use both every night, and it's really it's working. That's just all I gotta say. It's just sometimes the castor oil kind of irritates my eyes. Now I'm going in with the L'Oreal Lumi lotion. I'm only putting it on the tip of my nose, on the bridge of my nose, and then I'm also going to put it on the tops of my cheeks. I don't have pronounced cheeks, but just on the top so that I can kind of, you know, pretend that I have some. And I just pat it in so it doesn't look like I left it in the spot. I also like it here on the side of my nose. I don't know if you noticed that I put it there, but I really like the look. I feel like I like the look of when you have makeup on and you're at the gym and you sweat it a little bit. That's the look I go for. I know it sounds so gross, but I promise you it looks good. And then I put it on my lips as well, just to highlight the Cupid's bow and make them look a little bit more juicy. And yeah, I think that is it. I don't think I need to put anything more. Yeah, I think my look is okay. By the way, I'm going to the DMV with this makeup, so that's why I did this much makeup. Also, just a tip, if you have pictures to take for passport or DMV, pick a top that highlights your skin tone, and also try to match the makeup. See, I use pink because I know pink looks good on me, so I knew that I can do like monochrome look, just so that it looks cohesive. And try not to do something too glowy, because sometimes the lights of these places will just make it look like you are full of grease. So just have a balance between matte and a little bit of highlight in the right spots, and I think you'll be good. Now for the real question, side part or middle part? I'm gonna go with the middle part, just because I feel like it flatters my face a little bit more, and I don't have to worry about my side bangs going in front of my face. So yeah, bye.